A successful clerk-magistrate's hearing can keep you from getting a criminal record. It can stop the government from pressing charges. In this video, we'll discuss what to expect and how to win your clerk-magistrate's hearing. You've received a notice in the mail that you have a clerk-magistrate's hearing scheduled. What does that mean? A clerk-magistrate's hearing is a very important step in the criminal justice system. It can keep you from getting a criminal record. Having an entry on your criminal record can keep you from getting jobs, housing, or benefits. This can impact you and your family. Don't go it alone. At Afford Law, our fees are based on your income, so the less you make, the less you pay. By working together, we'll protect your rights before the government can take them away. You need to stand up and fight back. There's a lot riding on this hearing. Once you get past this, you can get back to your family and your life. What is a clerk-magistrate's hearing? A clerk-magistrate's hearing sometimes will be referred to as a show cause hearing. It happens prior to arraignment. At the clerk-magistrate's hearing, you'll get a chance to challenge the allegations the Commonwealth is leveling against you. Who qualifies for a clerk-magistrate's hearing? Well, if you've been charged with a misdemeanor, now a misdemeanor is a crime that does not carry state prison time. And if you have not been arrested for that crime, you have the right to a clerk-magistrate's hearing. Also, if you're being charged with a motor vehicle violation and you request a hearing within 4 days, you also have the right to a clerk-magistrate's hearing. Now, if you don't fall into this category, you still may be able to get a clerk-magistrate's hearing, but that's at the discretion of the court. You do not have that as a right. Who does not qualify for a clerk-magistrate's hearing? If you've been charged with a felony, or if you were arrested at the time of the alleged crime, or if the clerk-magistrate determines that you appear to be dangerous, likely to injure someone, or likely to commit another crime, you do not qualify for a clerk-magistrate's hearing. Before we discuss specifically what to expect at your clerk-magistrate's hearing, I just want you to feel free to give us a call if you have any questions regarding this or any other criminal matters. We offer free consultations, and if you hire us, our fees are based on your income, so the less you make, the less you have to pay. So let's talk about what to expect at your clerk-magistrate's hearing. Well, the hearing is an informal process. It usually takes place in an office, in the clerk-magistrate's office, rather than in a court. But in any case, no record is taken of that, so it's not recorded necessarily. There's no stenographer there. Who will be there? The clerk-magistrate will obviously be there. There's also going to be a police officer from the department who is charging you. You will be there with your attorney if you have one. Now, you should prepare for this like you're preparing for a trial. It's that important. The police prosecutor will explain the allegations to the clerk-magistrate, basically from the police report that he or she has in front of them. The government can bring witnesses in. You can bring witnesses as well. You can testify if you choose to do so. That may or may not be a good idea. And you can present any other defenses or evidence that you might have. You can cross-examine any witnesses that the government brings in and again present evidence on your own behalf. What is the clerk-magistrate looking for during this hearing? Basically, the clerk-magistrate is looking to see if there is probable cause. Probable cause means that there's a reasonable belief that you committed a crime. It's a very low standard. The clerk-magistrate is not weighing evidence to determine your guilt or your innocence. They're merely seeing if there's enough probable cause for the case to advance in the justice process. What are the possible outcomes of a clerk-magistrate's hearing? Well, the first thing is that the clerk-magistrate can find probable cause. If probable cause is found, a criminal complaint, will issue. You'll get a notice in the mail to appear for an arraignment. If no probable cause is found, the case is over. It won't go any further. Sometimes a clerk-magistrate will come up with a more creative outcome. So let's say that the clerk-magistrate doesn't want you to have a mark on your criminal record, which would happen if they find probable cause. Perhaps they can require you to do some community service in lieu of having that entry on your criminal record. Sometimes they will keep your case open for a period of time. If you don't get to any more trouble, as in don't get rearrested for anything new, the case will not go forward. Why is a clerk-magistrate's hearing so important? Well, this phase is a critical stage in the criminal justice process, and specifically in your case in particular. It can end your case without any further court involvement. If no probable cause is found, then no criminal complaint issues. If a criminal complaint does issue, then you have to go to an arraignment. At the time of arraignment, you get an entry on your criminal record. That obviously can have huge effects going forward. A criminal record can keep you from getting certain housing, jobs, or even volunteering at your children's school. Do I have to have an attorney at a clerk-magistrate's hearing? The answer is no. You never have to bring an attorney with you to court, although it is highly recommended, especially in the case of a clerk-magistrate's hearing. Because as we've discussed, at a clerk-magistrate's hearing, that could be the very end of your case if it's handled properly. You'll want to be able to prepare your evidence, cross-examination, bring in witnesses, do whatever else you need to do in order to prepare and to be ready for your hearing. If you have any questions about clerk-magistrate's hearing or anything else having to do with criminal justice in Massachusetts, please feel free to see our next video.